In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the post-game bounce. I am Rusty Whitten. Got my guy Kenny Stubblefield here with me tonight, and I hope you're happy, Uncle Buck. You asked for competitive basketball. You asked for the Grizzlies to be competitive tonight, and this is what you get. You get full-price beers here at Grind City Brewing, Kenny, and it's Drew's fault.
Oh, absolutely Drew's fault. Drew, clearly, thank you. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies for absolutely watching the $2 Sports Show.
100%.
Because they came out today and said, you know what, Drew Gann said, Uncle Buck said that we needed to play with more competitiveness.
Yeah, and so what happens? We come out and we go belt to ass to the Dallas Mavericks tonight after losing to the Sacramento Kings, disrupting their 13-game losing streak or whatever it was. We come out tonight and dominate, wire-to-wire win in Dallas. Memphis Grizzlies 124-105 winners over the Dallas Mavericks on a night when Cam Spencer found his shot again. 25 points from Cam Spencer. The Grizzlies played defense tonight like we have not seen in weeks, Kenny. This Grizzlies team was hustling. They were playing hard. They were pushing the envelope. Appreciate y'all coming out. We had a great turnout tonight at Grind City Brewing, even though, Kenny, the Grizzlies did not offer us any cheap beers.
I mean, like zero. It was so funny. We were out here at Grind City Brewing, and the game had just gotten started. And there was a line of people at the bar, and the score was, I think, 11-9. Memphis was up. And Dallas had the ball, and they were kind of like, you can see there was like pump thinking, like, should I go up there and order beer now?
And
like
the bartender's like, y'all can't stand here.
Y'all can't stand here. You got to move around.
Do something.
They're like, wait a second, just give us one more possession, and we might get a $3 beer.
And the Grizzlies do their best OKC impersonation tonight and just hit the gas and never slow down. Again, 124-109 winners over the Dallas Mavericks. Like, of all the nights for the Memphis Grizzlies to remember how to play basketball, Kenny, it would be tonight when we are trying to get $3 beers at Grind City Brewing. And I can just tell you that the turnout was really, really good tonight. We had a lot of good folks turn out. Some new faces here tonight hanging out. We got to meet the Memphis Roller Derby tonight. So I'm excited about that. Y'all stay tuned for that. Some cool content coming there.
What was her name? Squeaky?
Her name was, Squeak.
Squeak.
Yeah, Squeak.
We got to meet Squeak, the enforcer for the Memphis Roller Derby team.
All 4'11" of her. We're super excited to meet her tonight. Super excited to collab with them coming up. Super stoked about it. But, I mean, listen, like we talked about this today. We talked about how the Memphis Grizzlies need to play with a competitive spirit. Shout out to Uncle Buck for that. The Memphis Grizzlies came out with that tonight, Kenny. We came out tonight with a team that was not going to lay down, not going to get beaten, not going to be embarrassed like we have been lately. And the Memphis Grizzlies came out and proved that tonight and played hard and hustled and got a win.
Yeah, I mean, this team. One of the things that you can say is they don't lack a fight, right? Like they fight as hard as they can. This team is not rolling over. They're not trying to, I think, lose games like constantly. Like they're absolutely out there playing, and you got to give a big shout out to the Grizzlies for how well they did. Guys, Rusty's going to talk. I'm going to try to fix this mic. I don't know what's going on.
So shout out AC Surreal here. So bear with us as we get the distortion figured out. They've got some of the sound like still playing in the background. I'm going to see if I can't get the bartender's attention to turn the background sound down a little bit. But shout out AC Surreal here. Omax is going to mess around and going to be a full-time contract here really soon. I know that rumor came out last week that was going to happen, but I think that's going to happen sooner than later because Omax had a whale of a night tonight. A double-double, but he was 16 and 10. He was the international player of the game, 16 and 10, 1 assist, 3 steals, and 1 block for Omax, plus 16 on the night. Omax is going to mess around and get good, and that's all I've been hoping for is for Omax to be good because I love watching that dude play. If you follow along Stranger Things, if you're a D&D guy, you know that there is chaotic good and chaotic evil. And that is Omax. He is both.
Yeah.
He is chaotic good. He'll go get you a big dunk. And then what happened on that pass to Scottie Pippen Jr. when he was out of bounds? He tried to throw it to Deborah in the 4th row, and Pip just happened to get in the way.
Listen, man, there is one thing about Omax that you can tell, especially playing against this former team, the team that drafted him in the Dallas Mavericks. You know for a fact he was coming out for blood tonight, wanting to show what Dallas, left out, what they just basically gave up on. And the thing with Omax is, like, there's not a whole lot that he's, like, really good at.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that he's really good at is just energy at all times, chaotic energy, like you said, and just a guy that is going to give you everything he has every time he's on the floor.
If you listen to the 2 Buck Sports Show, and if you don't, you should, live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Central on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel, I compare him a lot to JaMychal Green. That he's going to come in, he's going to be that energy guy off the bench. He's going to lean in, he's going to play hard, he's going to fight his tail off for rebounds and points, and it's not always going to go well. Again, Deborah on the 4th row has got to have her head on a swivel because she may just as easily catch the pass.
Yeah.
But he's going to play hard. He's going to give you relentless effort, much like JaMychal Green was on those grit and grind teams, where he just comes out and gives you effort. And so the more Omax plays, the more I want him on a full-time contract and be a part of this team going forward. Because Kenny, like you can't coach. Like, you can coach jump shots. You can coach how to control yourself and slow yourself down in moments like that.
Yeah.
But we've played with too many guys, and I'm specifically talking about 12 and 13/8, who just don't give you effort. And Omax gives you effort.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not, sometimes that effort can be a little bit haphazard, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Haphazard, but it's –
I'll never fault a guy that gets out of control because he's playing hard.
Right.
Like, if he turns the ball over a few times, again, throws it to Deborah in the 4th row here and there, I can live with that for a guy who's hustling his tail off and hustling like wildfire, much like Omax is.
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic guy. I think he's absolutely going to be a guy that has a roster spot moving forward 100%. Past this year. Obviously, Parrish said in the Anthony Sane show today in the comment section that he has 7 games left in the 50.
Oh, wow.
So he's only got 7 left. So within the next week, you'll probably see him getting moved off that 2-way into an actual roster spot.
So we currently sit with 17 full-time roster players. If you count our 15 and then our 3, we've got 14 and 3 2-way guys, and then we've got Rupert, who's just awful, on a 10-day contract. I wouldn't be surprised that when that 10-day contract runs out, that Omax gets his full contract because, and again, like, I'd be fine with a 2-year deal, maybe make it like the 2nd or even the 3rd year, not fully guaranteed just in case it doesn't pan out. But a guy who plays with that kind of relentless effort, I don't see it not panning out just because he can give you that spark off the bench. Omax is not going to be your starting 3 or 4 or 5. That's going to be Gigi Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully Cam Boozer. Collapse for Cam is still in full effect, even though we won tonight. But I hope that what it'll turn into is Omax is that, like, 8th or 9th guy off the bench that just comes in and gives you effort minutes and plays really hard on this team going forward.
Yeah, no, I think it's such a we're so worried about, I think, the top of the roster, like what the main guys are going to be moving forward.
Sure.
And I think that's a fair thing it's a fair thing to wonder about. But one of the things that we've always discussed with the Grizzlies is they need to have some back-end basketball players, some back-end guys that back of the roster, 10th man, 9th man, that can be can be effective. And if Omax is one of those guys coming off your bench that maybe is the 10th, 10th man off the bench, your bench and your team are pretty damn good.
Yeah, I mean 100%, man. Like you get a guy like that, you get a guy like Cam Spencer who went 9 of 16 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3 tonight, 25 points for the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Kind of figured it out tonight after a rough couple of weeks for Cam Spencer, but plus 10 off the bench tonight. You get guys like that can fill in behind these guys to give you that effort off the bench, because you know what Cam Spencer's going to be. We saw what his brother Pat said this week after the Warriors game. Cam's a competitor. He's going to play basketball the right way, and Omax is the same way. Yeah. If you can put those kind of guys on the bench behind really good players like Cedric and Edie, I'm speaking it into existence, Cam Boozer, those type of guys, you give these effort guys off the bench, we're going to be all right. As we're trying to get this turned down.
We're trying to get the TV turned down.
Yeah. Talk for a second. I'm going to go get her turned
All right, cool. Cam Spencer, 25 points, 9 of 16 from the floor, 4 of 9 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 personal foul in the game. It's so crazy looking at this box score, and you look at there was 10 guys that played, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 guys that played, and there are only 2 guys that didn't end up with double-digit points tonight. And not a single player played. Walter Clayton played 26 minutes tonight, and that's the high, right? Like just a as your co-host on the 2 Buck Sports Show likes to call it, a communist box score.
Listen, buddy, if you're worried about minutes and minutes distribution right now, like you need to go touch grass, because this is what we are. Yeah. We're just Taj Gibson is the tallest player on this team right now.
And he's
right?
6'9".
And he's 6'9". I mean, him and Gigi are the same height, so I guess they're the tallest on this team. Like, if you're worried about minutes distribution in this offense right now, like, buddy, go back and watch the 2 Buck Sports Show with me and Wayno about 2 Wednesdays ago. We gave you a tanking survival guide, a way to survive this tank without losing your mind. Because if you're watching this team expecting wins, expecting greatness, expecting us to compete for the play-in, you ain't been paying attention. That's a casual point of view. What you need to understand is we're looking for gold linings, not silver, because USA. We're looking for gold linings in this season, and those are players like Omax, like Cam Spencer getting better, like Gigi's resurgence this year. And so if you go watching for us to win, you're going to be sort of disappointed. Although tonight we go belt to ass, not to bury the lead, 124-105 with the Dallas Mavericks, Kenny. But we're finding gold linings on this season, and that's what's going to keep us sane for the next 23 games.
Yeah, I think these last few games have shown me that this was going to be, if everything continued down the path that it was going down, Rusty, it was going to be a rough 24 games. Sure. I understand the vision. You said it perfectly on the 2 Buck Sports Show at 11 o'clock every weekday, Monday through Friday, on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel. You said it perfectly. You talked about just the finding those silver linings, right? Like finding the gold linings. Excuse me. You talked about like what we're trying to look for, with this basketball team, and it felt like with the lack of big on this roster, with the lack of size, that it was just like it felt like not unethical, but just like they weren't giving these guys a fair shot.
Sure.
And it just that frustrated me because you got guys that are playing completely out of position. And so if you're using these last few games of the season to try to figure out what you have moving forward, playing them out of position, playing Jemai Mashak at center is absurd.
Yeah. And I think you're putting Jemai Mashak, and listen, Jemai's mama follows me on Twitter. She likes a lot of my stuff. So shout out to Jemai's mama. But like Jemai Mashak is not going to be an integral part of this basketball team going forward. He's going to be a play-and-play kind of player. He'll be on a two-way next year. Maybe he'll earn a roster spot after that. But like, we are tanking. We are truly trying to collapse for Boozer. And what's happening, and shout out to Edward, I'm going to throw this up here. Like, are y'all happy or sad? Yes. Like I'm happy that we showed some competitive grit. We got a win. The fan in me is stoked. This is a good win. Am I sad a little bit that we're now not solely in possession of the 7th best lottery odds? I mean, yeah, sure. Why not? But I truly believe, and who was it? It was Ninja DJ saying that I feel as though we may get rewarded. Call it the basketball gods. You're my two Buck Sports Show co-host. You don't believe there's any kind of rigging in the lottery at all.
I don't. That guy's crazy.
Wild. Because there's 0% chance that Adam Silver's going to risk a guy like Victor Wembanyama. Oh,
yay.
going to anybody but the San Antonio Spurs, right? Like those kind of things aren't going to happen.
Right.
And when the Memphis Grizzlies have a guy like John Morant, we're a talking point for the NBA at large. People pay attention to us.
Mm-hmm.
Call it the basketball gods, call it the lottery odds, call it karma, call it Adam Silver doing Adam Silver things. I do think he's going to mess with us this year. I just have a gut feeling we're going to land in the top 4.
Yeah.
And I think nights like tonight, when you go out and you play your tail off and you get a win, despite the buffoonery that's happening around the league, I think that the basketball gods, a.k.a. Adam Silver, are going to reward that this year.
Yeah, Edward asked, are we happy or are we sad? I'd be sad if I thought that the draft lottery wasn't completely and totally rigged in every single way.
I mean, at least the top 2 or 3 picks 100% are. Like after that, whatever. But there is 0% chance Adam Silver's going to risk a brand like a Victor Wembanyama, a Cade Cunningham, a LeBron James. You don't go that far back. The NBA at large is going to go somewhere that they don't want him to go.
Exactly.
Like there's 0% chance. If you don't believe that, I got oceanfront property on Lamar Avenue. We need to talk about after the show.
And you are a real estate guy.
And
so.
I am a real estate guy. I get you a great deal. Oceanfront property, Lamar Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee. But like they're not going to let that happen. And so
No.
I think that like if we are tanking the ethic away, and I disagree with Ben Glisson here. You're always in our comments. Appreciate you, Ben.
That's
Appreciate
my
you being
guy.
here.
That's my home. That's
Listen,
my
man,
homie.
I got no beef with you, man. I appreciate it.
That's
But I
my
disagree.
homie, Ben Glisson.
We are tanking right. We're losing games we're supposed to. You go get a win here and there, and the basketball gods, Adam Silver, whatever you want to call it, looks favorable upon that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you went. These players aren't thinking about the tank. They're not thinking about it. They're going out there to play, man. They're going out there to make money for whatever franchise they play for next, right? Like whether it be the Grizzlies, whether it be any other team that's watching them.
There's a reason that Cedric and Zach Edey aren't playing. Zach Edey's one of the most competitive dudes I've ever seen. Watching his post-game interview when they beat Tennessee in the NCAA tournament, he's like, that's who the f- we are. Like, tells me everything I need to know about that dude. There's a reason he's in street clothes. He's too competitive. I watched this dude go for 36 and 20 after my co-host told me he wasn't going to be very good. And former talent on the show, on this network, told me he wasn't going to be very good. And here we are. He's actually really good. But, like, there's a reason he's not playing, and it's because he would screw up the tank. We're tanking the correct way, but tanking is an organizational decision. Scoop B talked about that on the Anthony Sain show. We've talked about that a lot. Like, you can't tell me Scottie Pippen Jr. and Taylor Hendricks and Cam Spencer and these guys are out there thinking, well, I need to play bad tonight to make sure we lose. They're out here playing against their buddies. They're hooping because they want to get a dunk on one of their guys, like one of their boys. Like, they're out there playing against guys they're going to be in Cancun with this summer, and the last thing they want to do is have them have something on them. So it's an organizational decision. There's a reason that Ty Jerome is out with all these mysterious illnesses and personal reasons and all this other mess, right? But it's because we're in an organizational tank, and that's how we're choosing to reset this culture, and that's how most franchises do it.
100%, and that's how it should be done, right? Like it should be done that way. When they made the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade, it was clear that was the direction this thing was headed in. But I find encouragement in the fact that while there has been a lot of losses since that Jaren Jackson Jr. trade, I would tell you that the competitive identity of this team is being shown. Like there are guys that are super competitive on this team, and what I like about that is that competitive builds habits. It builds, once you have the guys, the horses that can actually make it happen, the weapons, if you will, to actually go out and impact winning in a real way. You have that competition factor already in play, and here's the thing: competition, the mentality to compete, is not something you're ever taught.
No,
you're born with that.
100%.
That's built in you.
100%.
And you have a bunch of dudes on this team who are competitors.
Yeah.
Who might not be as talented because maybe of youth, maybe because of just their size, maybe because of their skill level, whatever it may be. Talent will, superior talent will win out most of the time.
Yeah, 100%. And Edward says it here really well. Like, it was clean basketball tonight, building winning habits. That's why teams like the Jazz and the Wizards and the Nets and the Hornets until late and the Bulls just never can break out of these habits because they're losing franchises.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not convinced, the Jazz are the most talented they've been since the Donovan Mitchell teams. And I'm not convinced they're going to roll out and be good next year because none of these dudes know how to lose or know how to win, including Jaren Jackson Jr.
Right.
Like, none of these dudes know how to go out and win. And so building competitive, and that's what, like, shout out to Ben Glisson. That's what we can transfer to next year is winning habits, competing in a night where you have no business competing. Like this was the game you should absolutely lose because then you would have that much better lottery odds. But instead, we have competitive integrity. We go out there and play with what I call testicular fortitude and find a way to win this basketball game. And we go belt to ass over a really bad basketball team. Are we a good basketball team right now? No. But we went out, we played hard, we were competitive, and winning habits from nights like tonight can transfer to next year.
When I think about what's transferable, I really think more so about the player too. Like what player?
Hang on. I owe Evan an apology. Evan of the No Bluffing podcast said that. I think I might have said Edward in my speedy speech when I said that earlier. Evan, No Bluffing live Mondays on Bluff City Media's YouTube channel. Him and Chris chop it up on Monday nights. It's the second best show on Bluff City Media's network behind the $2 Sports Show. Check those guys out on Monday night. That was Evan. My bad.
Let me tell you, man. I'll just say this about the Hayes family. It's clear Evan got the looks, the talking ability, and the speed on the track. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with Edward, but there's a reason Evan is. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking, Edward.
Sure.
Yeah. But no,
we're talking about building a winning culture and competitive
like
habits.
The transferable stuff. Like, once the decision was made to basically tank and to like try to figure out what your next era of the Memphis Grizzlies is going to look like. These last games have been about figuring out who those players are going to be. They're going to be either starters for that. They're going to be a main piece of that. And then guys that can be the back of the bench guys, right? Like there's a bunch of dudes who are trying out, right? Like trying out for their spot.
And not only just on this team, but they're trying out for other teams, right? Like they're trying out for the Grizzlies, but there is a real world where like Taylor Hendricks probably not on this team going forward. And he can land in a Charlotte, Chicago, somewhere situation like that. That'll give him a chance because he goes out and he plays hard. He plays with competitive integrity. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to call it for the rest of the year because it makes me sound smart. I'm really not. I'm from Northeast Mississippi, public school, state of Mississippi, all the way through like 4 years of college and everything.
Dr. Buckets. Let's not sell ourselves short here.
I have my doctorate, but again, public school, state of Tennessee, it's a slight step up there. But like I'm going to call it competitive integrity because that's what it is. Like you go out and you play with competitive integrity, let the chips fall as they may. And if you win, great. If you don't, you don't. But you're building great habits, and that's what it is. Regardless of who's wearing the jersey, the name on the front never changes. And look at Boston. I bring up Boston a lot on our show talking about building winning habits because you look at the Jazz, the Wizards, there's a reason that they're always tanking and they can't figure it out. Because they're a bunch of losers. They know how to win. They don't know how to win. You look at the Celtics, right? All of us predicted the Celtics would be bad this year. And what is happening in Boston? They're the second best team in the Eastern Conference. And the Pistons are the best team in the freaking world right now. Or Boston might be first in the Eastern Conference.
Crazy.
Because they play, like, they have the second best Luka in the NBA right now. Luka Garza, probably the only, like, the second Luka in the NBA. But he's hooping right now. And the Celtics are winning because they have a winning culture. Yeah. And that's what we're building here. And nights like tonight play towards that, Kenny, is we're building a winning culture and winning habits that will transfer to next year.
Ben Glisson, my guy, said he asked the question: predictions on guys that are playing right now that will be in the Grizzlies rotation next year. And this is why I think these games are so important, which is why we're still talking about this team, which is why we're still doing watch parties, because we want to help you be introduced to the next generation of guys that are going to be on this roster.
Right.
I am so intrigued by and I think I'm past intrigued. Intrigued is a word that I am convinced that Gigi Jackson will be the starting three next year for this Grizzlies team.
Listen, start Gigi at the three. If you so here it is. I've been team start Gigi for 2 seasons now, and all y'all dudes in the comments give me hell about it. And Keith Fisher, I hope you're listening because this is going to play right into your comment here. Like, start Gigi at the 3, draft Cam Boozer. Start Gigi at the 4, draft AJ DeBansta. Whatever that looks like, Gigi needs to be starting on this team next year. He's in the rotation. I think you get Omax minutes next year off the bench. I think he's in, maybe he's the 9th or 10th guy, but he's in this rotation. I think Cam Spencer's in this rotation. Scottie Pippen Jr. is obviously playing a big role as the point guard on this team. I think Ty Jerome obviously has a role on this team, though he did not play tonight because of left thigh contusion that he probably got walking in, bumping his car door. He bumped his hip on the car door, and Zach Kleiman saw it. It's like, you out.
You're out. You're out.
Bumped it with your hip, you're out. And so I think there are dudes on this that are going to be in the rotation. Obviously, Gigi, I think he's the starter. And then your bench guys being Omax. I think you get Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr. I think Cam Spencer, when you can shoot like that, like he's going to find a place to play 100%.
I got another one for you. Javon Small.
Lego Javon Small has been hooping. He's just one of them West Virginia dogs, like them old throwback Bob Huggins point guards who just defend you when you get off the bus is when they start defending you.
Hey,
and I'm here for that, buddy.
Hey, look, I think one of the craziest things is what we're seeing out of that Utah trade, right? The guys that came over from Utah to Memphis.
Ass.
Like Kyle's gone, got bought out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
George's Niang
built like a baked bean with legs,
built like a melting ice cream cone. That dude is gone. He never came to Memphis. Taylor Hendricks, I think, is a guy that I think you like his athleticism, but I kind of am in agreement with Anthony when he talks about I have a really hard time trusting anybody in the NBA that got their ass kicked by Memphis in college basketball. Because Memphis made Taylor Hendricks at UCF look like a scrub when he was at UCF.
Yeah. And this, Drew, I hope you're paying attention to this. Yeah. Athleticism doesn't always equal basketball skill. Taylor Hendricks is uber athletic.
Oh, he looks like he should be like out there just smoking folks, bro.
But putting that round ball in a round hole for him is like trying to put a round peg in, like a square peg in a round hole. It just ain't working.
Yeah.
It just ain't working.
I think Walter Clayton Jr. is kind of showing himself that he's not ready for this, man. Mm-hmm. Like you can't tell me that the minutes that he's gotten since he's been here, he got the calf contusion immediately, like first game, I think, second game.
Yeah.
Missed some time. But when he's come back, he's not been impressive.
So Evan talks about it like we've got a lot of guards, and Ben Gliston's talking about what is the guard depth. Evan is talking about it. Evan, not Edward.
Wait, is that Edward or is that Evan?
This is Evan.
All right.
Evan. And then Ben Gliston's talking about what's the point guard. So like Tomas Isolo's system, you don't have to have elite point guard play. He is bigger on elite bigs who can come out and set those high screens. Listen, there's a world where your 3-guard rotation is Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., Cam Spencer. If Javon Small's on the 2-way next year, and let's say Cam Spencer starts to fall off and he just doesn't figure it out. I don't think that's going to happen. Then you've got a built-in third point guard right there. It doesn't hurt to have him on the 2-way. And listen, I love Javon Small's game, but if you can manage with those 3 point guards, like Javon Small might be the one left out in the cold, and I really like his game. But I think Ty Jerome is a point guard for the future on this team. I think Scottie Pippen Jr. has shown us that he is one of our enforcers along with Zach Edey. He put 30-plus on OKC in that Game 4 in the playoffs. Scottie Pippen is a gamer. And I was like, hey, listen, he needs to be on that contract, but let's not sign him off that 2-way just yet. And we signed him early, and it's worked out. But, like, it is a very crowded room. And I know Chris Ingram's going to hate to hear this, but I don't think we need to go get a guy like a Darius Acuff. And I like Acuff.
How dare you?
But, like, if you can go get a Boozer and then you can get another big wing maybe in that, like, that Orlando pick.
How dare you?
You can build this team and this system without elite point guard play.
If you have the shot to go get Darius Acuff at 8, 9.
I don't think you turned it down. No, I don't think you turned it down.
I think you say to all those other guys that we just talked about, say, hey, shout out to y'all. You guys are awesome. Go be great.
Sure.
Go be great somewhere else.
I've said this here. I've said this on the 2 Buck Sports Show. My perfect world is you go get a Cam Boozer in one of those top 4 picks. Let's say we get the second pick. You get a Yoxo Lundenborg, or you get the Jaden Quaintance from Kentucky, another big there. And then you get a Christian Anderson, who you can get a lot cheaper on the back half of the first round, who's the point guard from Texas Tech, who had 38 and 11 the other night after JT Toppin went down with a torn ACL. And then you get his teammate JT Toppin in the second round, rebuild over. Let's go ahead and start planning for playoff parties.
That's the equation? Is that the formula?
That's the Rusty Buckets, Ask Dr. Buckets formula right there. 2 bigs, a guard, and then a wing player. Let's have a day.
What kind of bigs are you? So you got Cam, but what kind of big? Like, are you looking for a stretch big, or are you looking for a big?
We got a big.
Right.
We got a big old big.
We got
a big old big. And so I think you compliment around that. I think Zach Kleiman said it best, that teams are going to have to plan for us. And while they're playing for Zach Edey, you get an uber athletic big beside him, like a Cam Boozer, who can beat guys in space, contrary to what my 2 Buck Sports Show co-host says.
That man's crazy, bro.
I'm going to remove one of his phone books that he sits on, so he sits a little lower if he's going to be talking to me like that about how Cam Boozer is unathletic. But
can we talk about this for a second? It is disrespectful that Drew Gann is talking about how someone else is unathletic.
He's knee-high to a grasshopper, talking about a 6'9" dude being unathletic.
Like, that man has to stack 3 of his 5 kids on his chair so he can see, so the camera can see him.
And he's like, y'all are making it a big deal than what it is. Like, buddy, you just called him unathletic in front of God and everybody. Like, he's like, talk about the analytics all you want. I'm like, buddy, like, leave the stats alone. Watch him with your 2 eyeballs. He is the best player on every court he steps on. Don't matter if it's the 5 progressive agents that he played against Notre Dame the other night, or if he's playing against Darius Acuff in Arkansas,
or Yaxel Lindenborg in Michigan,
Lindenborg, or if he's playing Caleb Wilson in North Carolina. Boozer is the best player on every single court he's on. And my conspiracy theory, y'all watched the $2 Sports Show today.
Oh boy,
Hang with me now. Listen, we got real weird with conspiracy theories a couple weeks ago, and this is a continuation of that.
Oh boy.
But do you know who Taj Gibson's teammate was in Chicago?
I have, was this pre or post shoe polish?
This is pre. This is back when he
shoe polish.
No, this is after, when he embraced the bald head.
So he embraced the bald head. Was it a power forward that would shoot fadeaways like this?
It was. It was the same power forward who tied his son's right hand behind his back to teach him left-handed layup so he'd be ambidextrous when they were living in Alaska. I'm talking about one Carlos Boozer. And who's his son?
Let me think. Caden Boozer is his son.
What's the other one?
Oh, Cam Boozer. Oh, God.
Boozer.
Jesus.
What if
it's all starting to come together.
I'm telling y'all, like I'm like Windhorse over here. I'm like, here's the dots. Like,
Something's happening.
We signed Taj Gibson. Taj Gibson to Cam Boozer is Jay Crowder to John Morant.
Explain that. You said that. Explain that dynamic. What are you talking about, Jay Crowder to John Morant?
So who has been the only player that's ever been able to get through to John Morant?
John was 19.
It was Jay Crowder, though. Jay Crowder is the only one that's ever had John Morant in his camp's ear. That's well known. And so what if we've signed Taj Gibson to be that same type mentor in Cam Boozer's ear? Yeah. ZK is a Duke guy, right?
He likes the Dukes.
The last time we didn't have a great season, we finished with 33 wins. You remember what pick we had?
It was a number 2 pick.
Number 2 pick. We took John Morant, right?
John Morant.
The troubled Zion Williamson went out first overall, right? The troubled DNP, Darren Peterson, go first over to the Kings, Nets, whoever. I don't care. Whoever y'all want to take him. We're going to pick at number 2 and take Cam Boozer and let him be mentored by Taj Gibson. Again, this is a whole body tinfoil suit, as Wayno said earlier in the $2 Sports Show.
Dude, you're firing on all cylinders right now. I'm just going to throw that out there.
And so I've cooled a little bit on Wagler, Keith Fisher. Like because like with Cam Boozer, and it's not so much about Wagler, it's more about Cam Boozer. Because Cam Boozer, you're going to plug and play him on whatever team. Like whatever team he goes, he's a plug and play ready NBA player. Right. Wagler's a bit more of a project. I wouldn't be mad if we land 5-6. If we're in the 5 to 7 range, Wagler's still my guy. I think he is a elite shooter. He's an elite shot creator. He's an actual defender. Acuff ain't played a lick of defense since he's been in Arkansas. Not a lick of defense since he's been in Arkansas.
You saying that, but I don't believe that.
Buddy, he's averaging like 0.4 stocks a game. Like he ain't played a lick of defense.
Whatever.
He hides in the corner.
He plays 50 minutes a game and scores 49 points.
But he ain't played a lick of defense, which you can build around. But if we're in that 5 to 7 range, Wagler's my guy. But I just have a gut feeling we're going to be in the top 4 and we're going to take Cam Boozer.
What? So, like, all right, let's say the Grizzlies get the 5th pick in this draft. Mm-hmm. Are you honestly saying, like, and so you've got, let's go through it real quick. All right, they got DNP first, AJ second, or you can whatever.
Sure.
Or Cam first, Cam second, whatever. So you got the top 3. Then you got 4, and that 4th team says, you know what, we really like Caleb Wilson. From North Carolina.
Yeah.
The Memphis Grizzlies are on the clock at the 5th. Right now, put it on record, you cannot waffle from this. You cannot change your mind, even though the NCAA tournament's about to happen. You cannot change your mind. Lock it in right now. Who are you picking 5th? Yeah, exactly.
With the 5th pick in the NBA, the 2026 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Keaton Wagler from the University of Illinois.
You're so crazy.
6'6", 185, pure shooter, plays some defense, big bucket getter in the clutch time. Give me a 6'6" wing over a 6'3" point guard. And listen, he's a dog. I get it. I see Edward here in the comments. Edward here. No, I'm sorry, Evan. I see Evan here talking about
Edward. Oh, wait. Sorry. That's Evan. My bad.
I see y'all talking about Acuff. And I ain't got no beef with Acuff, but at the 5th overall pick, I'll take Keaton Wagler. I'm staying up on business. Listen, you can't say that I'm waffling here.
You got really close to waffling, but now you've just doubled down.
A top 4 pick is Cam Boozer.
It's crazy.
5 to 8, give me Keaton Wagler. If we're 9th, I'll take Darius Acuff.
Yeah, Evan said you drunk.
No, listen, I didn't get $3
We didn't
beers
get $3
tonight.
beers. Ain't nobody.
I didn't get
drunk
$3
here
beers tonight. Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies, but I am taking Keaton Wagler.
I don't believe it. I give me Acuff all day.
Yeah, well. Listen, we're gonna circle back as we're starting to shut this thing down here at Grind City Brewing. The Memphis Grizzlies won 124-105. We had a great Cam Spencer game. We had a good Gigi Jackson game, although I took him 15+ in my parlay today, and he screwed that up. Shout out to Gigi. But the Memphis Grizzlies did find a way to win. Oh boy, here we go.
Keith Fisher. Wagler has the explosiveness of a WNBA shooting guard. How he going to create his own shot?
So Keith Fisher, you my
Fair.
guy. You were in our comments today.
Fair.
If you can't tell the difference in not being explosive and playing the game at your pace, I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Fair.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. But Wagler can slow the game down to his pace. Call it what you want. But the Memphis Grizzlies got a big win tonight. Gigi screwed up my freaking parlay today. The Bucks' best bet. I had Cade 25+. He got that. The one that scared me was I took Jalen Duren 20+ points. My guy had 33 and 16 tonight. The hottest player in the NBA since coming back from injury. Former Memphis Tiger, Jalen Duren. And then I had what was my other one? That
Rusty,
aggravates the snot out of
Rusty,
me.
there's a lot of unholy things I would do to get Jalen Duren on my team.
To steal my line there. You daggone right.
I'm stealing your line, dog.
I would do unholy things to get Jalen Duren on this team. Listen, y'all know me in the comments. You've been in our shows. Y'all know how much I love Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
I was ready to ship him out for Jalen Duren in a freaking heartbeat.
Dude, I would have laughed at Detroit if they did that.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Keith Fisher said, nah, he's got grandma pace.
That's amazing. Evan said, Rusty got hella jobs. His brain's just tired.
Yeah, he's
not
tired.
wrong.
No, what's really going on is his shirt's a little too tight and it's squeezing off the blood to his brain.
Some of us go to the gym and they fill out our t-shirts.
Ooh.
I'm a high-calorie human, so I have to work out, man. That's what it is. But the Memphis Grizzlies get a big win tonight. We don't secure better lottery odds, but we get a win to calm the people, calm the villagers who were getting a bit unruly
Yes.
here in Memphis.
Will this suffice for a little bit? Will people go, okay, cool, we're good?
We're talking about the Memphis Grizzlies Twitter.
That's a good point.
Buddy, it was suffice for about 18 seconds. If somebody found something to be mad about and they were like, hey, all the pitchforks coming like, you know what, I'm right. Omax didn't have 20. Gigi only had 12.
Yeah.
Tomas is playing everybody 24 minutes. My barbecue was overcooked tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Kenny, you got anything else you want to touch on tonight before we roll out?
Man, I'm good. I just want to say a massive shout out to Grind City Brewing. These guys over here are like genius with what they do. Their beers are amazing. I had about 74 of them tonight. And what was really cool is I got to go out. They just got their patio is being redone right now. They put a roof over it. It's a really pretty night outside. I went outside for a second out of the tap room and just looked at the view.
Best view in Memphis, man.
It is such a beautiful spot. And I can't and it's when we came walking in here months ago to talk to them about possibly partnering with them and doing some of these watch parties, I walked in here and I was like, this is the spot, man. It felt like home instantly for Bluff City Media, for anybody that comes in here. It's such a cool spot. The bartenders are amazing. The beer is awesome. The food trucks are great that they have out here. I just can't recommend Grind City Brewing enough to y'all. And I wish more of y'all would come out. Like, listen, I know some of you say y'all love this show. King Meeks says, I love this show. Shout out to you. And we love King Meeks. But you get to come and experience, like, this is not abnormal for us. This is what us around the table at Grind City Brewing, drinking beer, watching the game sounds like. We do this nonstop.
100%. We are different because we are a small company. We can do what we want. We let our hair down. We talk about each other. We interact with the crowd. We're the only one that do this in the city. And what better place to do that than Grind City Brewing? Great beers. Come raise a glass with us. Our next one is March 13th. We'll be back We're also planning some March Madness college basketball watch parties to watch future Grizzlies as they're getting ready to come join the team here. But a beautiful place here in downtown Memphis. View of the pyramid, the M Bridge.
Right on the river.
Right on the river. It's just an incredible spot.
Beautiful.
Y'all make sure y'all come out and hang out at Grind City Brewing. But thank y'all for being here with us tonight. We appreciate y'all. For Kenny Stubblefield, for Grind City Brewing, for all the great people that are here tonight. I am Rusty Buckets. We will see y'all back Monday at 7:30 a.m. for the Daily Grind. But for tonight, we out.